Welcome to 3D Printing 101, our 3D printing introduction series. This is the third and final video of our introduction series. Last time, the first time we looked at what is slicing, the slicing software, and computer walkthrough. The last time we looked at the printing settings, and this time we're going to look at the actual print. We're going to check out how the print came out. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so basically this is how it's going to go down now. Turn on the printer. I usually put the adapter up there, take the card out, put it in the SD card slot, and now these are the standard settings for PLA preheating that come with the Monoprice Maker Select. Basically all we're going to do is wait until they reach around that temperature, and then we're going to start the print. Now in the meantime, as you can see, this is my print bed. It's getting hot. It is covered in blue painter's tape. Different people use different materials to print on. Some people use glass, which PLA sticks very well onto, and it's also really flat. This came with an aluminum print bed without any built-tack. Built-tack is another type of plastic that usually FDM printers use to make sure that the filament sticks to the bed. So I just use blue painter's tape. For the most part it works pretty well. It's very cheap. You can replace it whenever it gets scratched. You always have a clean bed. And also, if I'm struggling to have a little bit of adhesion with PLA, I usually just use like a normal glue stick. Just put it on the print bed and the PLA sticks pretty well. Some people like to use hairspray, but it has to be a particular type of hairspray. They call it Aquanet because it has a certain polymer. If you're using ABS, then I use ABS juice, which is basically just pieces of ABS that have been melted with acetone. When I do that, I put a little dab on the print bed and then I spread it out, and man, that gives really good adhesion. So yeah, and as you can see, another different thing here is that I changed my fan from the old 40mm fan with the old ugly fan shroud that really does nothing for you to the Di3 cooler. So far it's been pretty nice, and you can check that other video to see that. Okay, now the temperature is hot enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to my SD card, choose print file. Yeah, so this is the file that we want. There we go. Sometimes there's gonna be some residue down here, and you want to pinch it out. right, so we have our print. All we need to do now is take it off the print bed. There's usually a little hair sticking out when where the last part of the extruder came out, and then there we go. Sometimes it comes off like that, but see, that's why I like blue painter's tape. It's like all I need to do is like you get a good brim or you get a good attachment, and then you can just pop it off. Then the next step usually is the cleaning up. So if you have a brim, if you have support, then you just have to clean that up. Now we need to get rid of the support from the bottom. I like my little pliers here. Okay, so over here we have different GoPro mounts. This is an original GoPro J mount, you know, injection molded with the original everything. As you can see, it's pretty sturdy. If I try to squeeze it, you know, it's got a good weight. It's got little metal pieces and whatever. This is a knockoff tripod mount. If you can see, the little prongs here are pretty short compared to these, the knockoff ones, and then if I try to squeeze it, they kind of give a little more. Now this was my first attempt. As you can see, I make the prongs really long, and unfortunately that causes, I already snapped it, that causes this to be really weak. In addition, this had a lot less infill than the other ones, like 20%, so there's not a lot of stuff grabbing onto it, but like if you want, we can see how much. I mean, it's still, if you're not gonna be moving it around, it's not too bad, but I mean, it's definitely not gonna stand the test of time. I mean, this one's pretty good. Oh, there you go. The thing about PLA is that it is pretty brittle. It doesn't bend much. It just snaps. So, yeah, this one is not for really hard, intense stuff. Now this is the new print with the 30% infill, and it is very solid. I modified the model a little bit so that the prongs are a little shorter, which makes them a little tougher. And as you can see, I'm squeezing it, and 30% infill feels like there's a big difference. So yeah, let's see if we can compare this one to the old one, which you're using right now. So we're gonna have to have a little different angle. So yeah, this is the new one. This is the old one. The old one, you can see here the infill, it kind of snapped when I try to screw it in too hard. Kind of falls apart. If we squeeze, I'm gonna hear it pop. Not this. Snap. It's pretty good. No snap, but I mean, for your home purposes, shouldn't be too bad. I mean, this could still hold decently. Well, there it is, the new piece completed with its acorn nut in its place. there's your print. Hope you learned a lot. See you later. If you like this or any of my other videos, please check out my GoFundMe campaign. All the proceeds go towards my education. You can click here for that. Or, if you want, you can do it through PayPal in the description below. Speaking of that, don't forget to check out the description below for relevant links and important details. While you're down there, make sure to leave me all your comments, questions, or suggestions so I can keep making better content for you. Finally, make sure you click that thumbs up and share it with anybody that you think would be interested. And subscribe if you haven't done so yet. You can click over here for other videos and playlists that you might find interesting. See you next time.